r/AskReddit. What normal activity seems suspicious when done at 3 AM? Had a neighbor who would use power tools, mostly saws. Late at night, my family would joke that he was cutting up bodies again. That neighbor, Jeffrey Dahmer. And now you know the rest of the story. Getting water from the sink downstairs in my house apparently. Never seen my dad come downstairs so fast. I tried this and had my mom come upstairs and grab a big 8-inch chef's knife before screaming at me to freeze while she turned on the light. I was 3 and had been banging around trying to get the stool so I could reach the glasses. I wasn't scared, just confused. No bullshit, one time I saw my neighbor mowing his lawn at 3 am. That's meth. Giving a kid a tour of the neighborhood. Digging a hole. When my cat had to be put down, they gave us her body wrapped in a blanket so we could bury her. We got home around 11 midnight-ish and my dad goes into the garage and gets a big shovel and can't find any flashlights. But he does find an oil lantern. So there we are. My dad has the shovel on his shoulder and the bundle in hand, and I'm following behind with the lantern. We go to the open field by the house and commit the deed. I think your pet would have been proud to have such a dramatic and suspicious funeral, as befitting a cat. To your parents, looking at your Windows desktop as they step into your room. Hunched over, with your pants on the floor and mom's baby lotion on the desk. Staring at a pic of a family gathering. Zoomed in on the dogs. Ringing a doorbell. There's only one time anyone rang my doorbell in the middle of the night. I was about 8. My dad answered the door to find a man with a profusely bleeding gash in his forehead. His wife was driving a car with him and crashed into a tree in the front of our house. She was still in the car, unconscious. I was really young so I didn't understand what was going on at the time, but in hindsight, I'm sure they were drunk. So what I guess I'm saying is, yep, normal things don't coincide with 3 AM doorbells. Driving to work. I leave for 4 at 3 AM and have been pulled over an average of once a year. They always think I'm either drunk or have drugs. Yes, all the time when I worked at my first job at Starbucks. Young person out and about at 1 am equals always drunk according to cops, I guess. Hanging out at a school. Depending on your age, that could be creepier at 3 PM. Packing and moving. Losing your key and looking for the extra hidden around your entryway. Luckily I keep a spare key under the mat. Expression of anger at oneself. Flying a kite. Playing on the playground. Depending on your age, this might be the only time it's not frowned on. I work nights, so my answer is nothing. Stop judging us nighters. Overnight shift for 10 years. The judgment from day walkers is real. Nursery rhymes on your porch. 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. Asking your neighbor for a cup of sugar. Cocaine. Knocking on your friend's door to return the kitchen knife you borrowed from them. Look officer, I really have to go to Freddy. He is waiting for his knife. Sunbathing. Edit. Wow, my first gold coin. Thanks kind stranger. Sunrise tomorrow is at 2:55 AM where I live, so weird, but not super suspicious. Putting a carpet in your car. Washing the carpet. Going into a bank. That would be called breaking and entering. P. Receiving a phone call. Edit. Spelling. My mind immediately goes to oh no, who died? My mind goes to who's in jail, and how much is bail? Driving a DeLorean around a parking lot at 88 miles an hour. This wouldn't make me suspicious because I'd know exactly what you're up to. Eats a Krabby Patty. Oh boy, 3 AM. Standing in front of your neighbor's house and just staring at it. Wait, I can do this in broad daylight and not be seen as weird. Duckin' sweet. Edit. Just got done talking with the police. Don't do this guys. Suddenly liking the pictures of someone you barely know on Facebook. Running laps around the front lawn. Stirring tea in the den, over and over and over. Admiring yourself in a mirror like window reflection. Creepy as all get out. Walking my dogs. I work a 12-hour night shift and have to come home to walk them at 3 AM in the morning. IMHO, if there's any good reason to be out and about at stupid o'clock, it's walking your dog. S. If you're up late, you're also gonna wake up late and it's cruel to make them hold it in for that long. Answering emails, especially for your customers. In grad school, this would not be viewed as weird. Professors tend to do it as well. No one in academia ever sleeps. Playing Pokemon Go or Ingress. I do this. Cops are always curious and pull up next to me. I just tell them I am playing Pokemon while nobody is out. They leave me alone for the most part now. Washing your car. Waiting in front of the elementary school. Taking out the trash. At night. Making chocolate pudding, especially when you've lost control of your life. Stew. Ignore that beach and go back to bed. Mowing the lawn. That's not suspicious. You're just being a dunt mowing the lawn at 3 AM. Walking at night. Everyone will always think you're up to no good walking in night. Laughing hysterically while alone at home. But I do this all the time. Purchasing candles and red paint while dressed in dark clothing. But hey, creatures of the night gotta make their pentagrams somehow, right? Walking home but there happens to be a woman doing the same and she is in front of you. Yo, same. Worst thing is when you're following someone who lives in the same apartment as you. You're just walking behind, trying to leave some space to let them feel comfortable, and then it's been 4 blocks later and you're walking up to them as they put their keys in the door. Tension release when they shut the door and you actually have a key to the building. Then it's the immediate realization, oh, he's not a murderer. He just has a shitty job and lives here. Tweeting as the President of the United States. Visiting your uncle's grave. Aunt's grave is totally kosher, though. Just driving while being a young person. Apparently, I live in a medium-sized town in the Midwest, about 35,000 people, and when I was about 18 or 19, I'd just grab my car keys and go for late night drives when I couldn't sleep. I've suffered from horrible insomnia since I was little, or was anxious about something and needed to think. Our town has some beautiful historic districts, beautiful graveyards, parks, picturesque downtown area, and I'd just put on some music that I liked and drive through them. It was so relaxing. 7 times out of 10, I'd get pulled over by a cop, not for doing anything like breaking a traffic law or something, but just because a passing cop on duty would be driving past me, see that I was a teenager, and pull me over and question me. They'd always just be like, how old are you? 19? Okay, so, what you doing out this late? Why are you out driving around at 1 AM? And I'd just tell them the truth, that it was how I dealt with stress. I found it very calming, and it helped me think when I couldn't sleep. I was well past the age of being subject to curfew, so they had to let me go. Some of them would follow me for a while before getting bored, but more often than not, I'd get pulled over just for being a young driver out and about so late. Cleaning your guns. Talking to Jake from State Farm. A chat with someone of the opposite sex while you have a significant other. Whoa, you made it to the end? You're a ducking beast. I'll cut you a deal. Smash like and subscribe for more curated content. It's free and that's a great price.